Okay, I am not gonna lie to you. This is not the video I was planning on recording today. Or at all, honestly. I came into my studio this morning ready to film a whole bunch of tutorials. I have a whole list of videos I want to film and tutorials and, things I want to crank out and teach you here on YouTube. But I walked in here this morning and I was like, I am not inspired. So I decided to just pull out some random art supplies that I don't usually play with and put on some music and just get myself feeling creative. And since I often get questions from people asking like how to get out of a creative rut or how to get out of a funk or how do I get inspired, I thought it would just feel like, you know, candid to get on here and film this unscripted and just film what I'm doing. I'm sure it's not going to turn out well. I just want to show you what I do to kind of like power through it and get myself feeling creative again, because it's a muscle and you have to flex it, and I haven't been flexing it. So here we are. So like I said, I just pulled out some random art supplies. I pulled out this box of oil pastels that I've had sitting here for literally years and I have never used. There's just, all these beautiful colors in here that are calling to me, and I thought this feels like the right opportunity to just play with them. So I have this box of oil pastels and I have this random sketchbook with like thicker-ish paper, and I'm just gonna go nuts. So generally, if I was trying to use art as like a relaxation tool, I would be probably like not talking. I would put on some music and like some kind of calm playlist, and I would just zone out, light a candle, grab my cup of coffee. But I thought I would talk through, just the random thoughts in my head as I'm doing this, because I feel like everyone just assumes that if you have a creative job like I do, or if you have a, business being creative or whatever, that you don't get into creative ruts like this. But man, I do. And I mean, if you've been following me, I've had 2 kids in the past 3 years, and I'm a mom with a toddler and a infant, and I don't have a lot of free time to be creative these days, and I miss it, and I find it hard to like get back into a practice of doing this. I also find that I put a lot of pressure on myself to make things that are like usable for content, I guess. And I don't like that. So I thought I'm just gonna use a material. This is oil pastel. I'm gonna use a material that I would like never use and that I don't actually know what I'm doing, so that I can just experiment and play and show you guys too that I don't have it all put together. And I recognize the irony that I said that I don't often create not for content, and now I'm making content out of it. But like I said in the intro, I have a lot of people ask me all the time, like, how do you get inspired? And honestly, inspiration just doesn't just hit me really ever. I find, especially with social media these days, I'll be scrolling and it kind of makes me the opposite of inspired, because I just feel so stuck. I feel like, oh my God, all these people have such incredible ideas and I don't. I feel like I'm never as creative as the people that I see online, and it kind of puts me in this like weird mindset. So I challenged myself today to not look at anything on social media before I did this. I'm not like trying to copy anything. I'm not trying to learn anything. I'm just playing. I think this is a lemon. Maybe I'll do fruit. So, I mean, that's how this is gonna go. I wonder what happens if I put some pink on here. I like it. Great. So yeah, Anyway, let me know in the comments if you can relate to just feeling completely creatively uninspired and then social media just making it even worse, because I think a lot of people can. Okay, I think I'm going to stop on the lemon for now. Just listen to myself when I say that I'm feeling like maybe doing an orange instead. What else? What else should I say about creativity? I don't know. I mean, I think also an interesting thing is I love calligraphy. I love hand lettering. And often I find like that's the only kind of art I do anymore because, like I said, everything that I do art-wise I feel like should be content. But I don't like that. I want to be able to just like play with other things and not have it necessarily be good or be content. Like just the feeling of this oil pastel in my hand. I'm enjoying my time just like playing with it. So anyway, just rambling while I draw. But the point is not everything has to be good to be meaningful. Like I'm getting myself out of a bad headspace right now just by playing with this. So it can be whatever you want it to be. And just because I have a YouTube channel doesn't mean I have to make everything a tutorial, make it copyable for people. Like look how misshapen this orange is. That should bother me, but I just don't care right now. I just want to play. What else can I talk about? I feel like it's been a while. If you follow me, it's been a while since I gave like a little life update. So I guess I could just talk through like what I've been doing lately. It feels really weird to just talk to a camera in a silent room while I do this, but you know what? I'm going to pretend that it's just you on the other side I'm talking to. So, yeah, we just got home from almost 3 weeks in Dominican. We did the same thing last year. We went for a month, and I was pregnant last year. This year, we went with both kids to the same place. So, Kenna is 2 and a couple months, and Brooke is just over 7 months. So if you have kids, you probably know, like, absolute chaos traveling with kids of those ages, but it was really fun. It was a much needed little vacation for the fam, but it was also really hard to come back and get back to this working and get back into the swing of things with Kenna going to daycare and all of that. So, I mean, maybe that's why I'm feeling like I'm in a bit of a rut today. I didn't really feel like just coming and sitting down and filming. I'm not liking this orange. That's fine though. It's just marks on paper. So yeah, we were in Dominican for 3 weeks. We were with some friends. It was really fun. And now I am getting back to the office. I'm really starting to like buckle down and get things done for workshop week, which is on the horizon. It's happening in June. And the lineup will be announced in May-ish, which I'm really excited because it's such a good lineup. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm also working on some exciting things for Show Me Your Drills, and I have some things I want to say. I'm not sure if I should say them yet because it's going to be like kind of a bigger announcement eventually. But I'll just say this. I have been feeling very beat down, I guess you could say, by social media in general. There's just so much happening on there all the time, and I'm bored of it and tired of it and tired of comments and whatever. So all that to say, I'm thinking there's going to be some like significant changes in the way that I run my business and the way that I operate and with what I want this business to be. So when I started, it was so community driven. It was so specifically show me your drills. It was so rooted in like connecting with other people who wanted to learn calligraphy and just like, you know, meeting other artists, and it like really quickly kind of got away from that because I don't know why, to be honest. I think a lot of people just joined and like wanted it to be this machine where they could just learn calligraphy and not necessarily like connect with me or connect with other people. And I started realizing, you know, that I'm not like super into that. I'm not really very inspired to teach people who are just there for this like free program that doesn't have any like person behind it, if that makes sense. So I think I'm gonna turn my business into more of a community thing again. I think that's really where I want to go with it. I miss connecting with people. I miss connecting with all of you. Like if you're listening to this, you're probably one of the people that I'm trying to connect with more. And I think my focus moving forward, especially now that I have such like limited time to do all of this stuff, I think I just want my focus to be on connection and on community and being able to connect and chat with all of you. So stay tuned for what that's going to mean. I have some ideas, but I just really want to kind of like get my mojo back. And when I think about when I had the most mojo, creative mojo, happy ever crafter mojo, if you will, it's when I was connecting with everybody more. And yeah, I feel like it's just been so hard to do since they've made so many changes to social media that are just like not it. They just don't feel like it's connection driven anymore. I used to be able to just like make a post and know that the audience would see it. And now it's like, hit or miss. If that's gonna happen, you don't really know. And I don't like that. Not that I need a million eyeballs on my posts, but I want people to be able to connect through it, you know? Like if we're learning calligraphy together, or if we're learning art together, I want a place where people can connect and do that. And now it's like social media feels so impersonal. And I also don't really want to support the people who own all those social medias, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think I need to make changes to reinvigorate myself, I guess. That's what I'm saying. I really wish there was someone else on the other end of this talking, because I'm just talking to myself. I guess maybe it's kind of like journaling publicly. Awkward. Is this even what a watermelon looks like? Do I even care? I'm just enjoying putting colors down on paper, to be honest. Is this black? I don't know. Nope, it's gray. Let's go with this one instead. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And I don't know, maybe some of you can relate. I'm sure there are people who are here on social media just for stuff like what I do, and maybe it'll bring you joy to know that I'm going to find other ways to do it, instead of having to be part of the social media machine. I don't know. I don't know if anything that I'm saying is making sense right now, because I'm just rambling, half thinking about what I'm drawing and half rambling. What else? I don't even know what other fruit I want to draw. I guess I can just be really candid and say that I'm hating everything about this right now. I just don't like doing things I don't know how to do. And I don't like doing things without a plan. But that's the point of doing this. So, bad voice in Becca's head, you can get out of there. Oof, this color. I don't love this color on my lemon. It just makes it look kind of rotten. I saw this girl on social media recently who did the most gorgeous oil pastel flowers. And I think I want to try it. I know this is a page of fruit, but it's for me, so it's okay. Okay. So she did this, like, she would like press really hard and like make the petals. Again, no idea what I'm doing, but sometimes social media inspires me, and that time it did. Okay, so she would do that and then like take another color for the next layer. This just looks like a blob. It's kind of pretty though. People make things look so easy on social media. Okay. Maybe like a lighter center. Okay, okay. Gosh, I really have no idea what I'm doing with this. Oh, man. Well, and I just made a mess out of this pastel. Am I supposed to just leave it like that? I don't know. Okay. I'm going to fight the urge to change the page. And instead, I'm going to just take one of my favorite colors and start coloring. It's not black, by the way. This is Payne's Gray. It looks black. Just didn't want you guys to judge me when I said I'll take one of my favorite colors, and then it was just like a boring black. It's Payne's Gray. It's almost black. And I do love black, but you know, sometimes you just want to color and not draw anything in particular. Maybe I'll just draw right over this flower. Nice. And then in my head too, I wonder if any of you guys feel this way, but when I start doing stuff like this, I'm like, oh, I'm really wasting this pastel. You know, I'm just like drawing for nothing. I'm like putting all this pastel down, and this is getting smaller and smaller, and this is an expensive pastel, and my mind starts spinning, and then I'm like, wait, this has been sitting here for like 2 years and I haven't used it, and art supplies are supposed to be used. So that piece of my brain, again, I gotta tell my brain to just shh, stop, just play. Wonder what happens when I add lighter colors on top of this black after. I mean gray, it's not black. Wonder what happens when I layer stuff with oil pastel. Again, I really don't know what I'm doing, so I'll just try, see what happens. Okay. I'm feeling inspired by this blue. Okay. Kind of smudges. You can see a little bit of the blue through it though. really pretty. Just now letting my hand do the talking. Not thinking about it too much. Okay, next color. I'm feeling drawn to this one. Gray green. Oh, I like that one too. Isn't it funny how our brains just like do things, and think things, and then you have to kind of be like, what? Who cares? Why am I thinking that? Immediately as I'm doing this, I'm like, nobody's going to want to watch this. This is like so boring and such bad art. But it's not the point. It's not the point, Becca. It's not the point. You're not creating content. You're just playing publicly. Okay. Maybe purple. Oh, don't like that. I don't like that at all, guys. I don't like it. Just gonna quit that one immediately. Maybe a darker purple would make me happier. Yeah, okay. A little bit, but still not really. Well, it's not my favorite piece of art, but it's accomplishing what I wanted it to. I just wanted to shut my brain off for a second. And I can say that that's working. So, cool. What if I just ruin it all and outline everything in this random pink color? That feels right. Oh gosh, this is just a big jumbly mess of colors. And I don't care. Now I'm just gonna use the corner to clean off my pastel, maybe. More marks. Where did that come from? There we go. This is interesting. I feel like doing some letters. Maybe I will write the word lemon on the lemon. Okay, fun. I like it. And orange. One thing I find is like pretty true in most of the art for me that I ever do is like the more I just keep adding to it, the better. And I know that's like not normally the way things go for people. Like you gotta stop messing with it at a certain point, but I find like, I don't know, sometimes I just play and keep adding, and by the time I'm just bored of the project, I've added enough that I actually end up coming back to liking it. I remember, I can't remember who it was, but somebody who was teaching at workshop week called that the messy middle, and it's so true. There's always a messy middle. I don't think I'm even going to be able to write melon. Maybe melon. There. Okay. Well, I like it better already with lettering on it. I guess that's not a surprise, given who I am. But I don't know, do I stop? Am I sufficiently inspired yet? I don't think so. I need to add a little more of something. I feel like maybe some random lines and dots. Yeah. To be honest, I'm just like really enjoying the texture of these pastels. And I don't really feel like using my brain to draw things, but I just want to like make more marks because I like the way they feel. So, cool. Blue. Maybe some more yellow. Just like this really light yellow over here, maybe. I don't know. Who cares? I guess that's the theme of this. Who cares? Have fun. Waste your art supplies. Get inspired. It's actually kind of funny that my brain thought to film this, because now it's kind of like, instead of just putting music on and zoning out, I'm like giving myself a pep talk at the same time that I explain this process to everybody. Funny how things work out like that, I guess. Just do some scribbles over here. Ooh, kind of like that. This just feels like making bad art. Maybe that should be like my goal whenever I do this kind of creative warm-up to get myself out of my own head. Make bad art. I'm going to do that again with another color, I think. Maybe this bright blue one. Crazy how this has evolved. Oh, it's fun just being intuitive sometimes. It feels like I need some random shapes over here. A trigale, my 2-year-old calls this triangle. A trigale. Man, I really like the feel of these pastels. They're so nice. That needs some more color around it. So yeah, I guess back to telling you guys a little more about my life. I am really craving that like community and connection and everything again. And man, being a mom's hard. It's hard, and I feel guilty for wanting to get back to work and being creative, but then I feel guilty for, ignoring my creative stuff when I'm trying to be a mom. Get pulled in so many different directions, I feel like a lot of you can probably relate to that. I think a lot of this audience that's watching is probably moms or parents and creative people. I feel like it's so hard. Like you just, as a creative person, you have this like drive to want to be creative, but then also it's like the first thing to go when you're really busy. And that's definitely the case for me. And I find it especially hard when it's my job. So I like, you know, I want to be creative, but I also know that now is the season for me to just be giving myself grace to be a mom and enjoy every second of that, because I know how fast it's going to go and is going. So anyway, I don't know where I started on that tangent, but yeah, a lot of conflicting. I really don't like this little blue blob I did here, blue squeegees. It's not the right word, but that's better. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with my sentence. I think this page is almost done. I think I've gotten myself out of the funk a little bit. But I do think I gotta go over that purple. I hate that purple. It's killing me. There we go. And then all right. Well, this piece is absolutely nothing like I thought I was gonna need to do or want to do, or that would come out of me today, but it's something, that's for sure. All right, well, friends, I'm gonna leave it there. And now my hands, my desk are dirty. I have a page in my sketchbook completed. I've therapized myself a little bit, getting some stuff off my chest in this video while I worked. And honestly, I hope it gives you a little bit of freedom to just play and not be attached to the outcome. And yeah, that answers the question of what I do when I'm in a funk and I can't get myself to feel creative. I just put something on paper. Pick a material, pick some paper, usually put on some music. But turns out talking to yourself is also helpful. So there we go. I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for watching if you're all the way at the end. There's some better videos on this channel if you wanna just follow along with the tutorial. But anyway, all right. Talk to you soon, friends.